Yeah. Welcome to LightWork, a podcast where we talk about our experiences. We share our point of views on real life scenarios. My name is Omar, aka Preach. And who do I have the pleasure of spending the rest of my life with?
This is Bree. Welcome to LightWork.
All right, in today's topic, we're going to be doing marriage talk. Marriage talk. Let's get to work. Welcome to LightWork. All right, people. We're going to jump right into it.
Let's go.
A lot of people don't want to get married, baby. It's 2021. A lot of people are saying, I ain't getting married. You know, they got their own little reasons. What's some of the reasons you've heard people say that they're not getting married?
They don't want to be tied down. Ain't no good men.
You know, a lot of dudes really bashing women these days now.
I hear.
A question I'm hearing on social media a lot is, I'm starting to think that y'all men hate women now. Mm-hmm. It's a crazy thing that's going on right now. But we here to talk about it. There's a lot of things that that she said. Let me piggyback on you. You said about the commitment, right? Or don't want
to be tied down.
They don't want to be tied down. Mm-hmm. Commitment. Why do you think that a lot of people are afraid of commitment?
I mean, there's different reasons. Number one, a lot of people haven't seen a good example of what a marriage looks like. So what they've seen is someone always being told what to do, how to do it, when to do it, or someone not being able to go out when they want to go out, or always got to be with the kids all day because the husband or the spouse want to be out with their friends. So they feel like, why would I tie myself down to that life?
Absolutely. You know, I remember there was a time, you know what I'm saying, when my homeboys would be like, they'd be like, hey, man, let's go out to go drink. I'd be like, let me ask my wife real quick. Yeah, that used to be a situation, man. I used to be afraid. They'd be like, you always try to ask you. But you know what? As we mature and as we begin to grow, you know what I'm saying, we actually start to value. You remember when we were like, I don't know, I was afraid to actually say something about going out with you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, she gonna be tripping, man. Yeah. But now, you know what I'm saying, as we begin to grow together, as we begin to, you know, cultivate, whatever it is, you know, now it's more laxed and we can begin to enjoy our relationship.
I think so too.
In that aspect. But all that aside, just real quick, man, let's start from the beginning, babe. Let's start from the beginning.
It's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. A lot of people always ask, you know, how long y'all been together? And then it's normal. It's freaking normal for women to always look at the dude and be like, yeah, how long we been together?
Absolutely.
Nah, but this is your time now. This is your timeline. How long have we been together?
Too long.
Don't do this. All right, we don't need this energy tonight. All right, but tell the people how long we've been together.
We have been together for 15 years.
Married
for 10.
Married for 10. Listen, I love the experience that we have together, but it ain't always been a smooth road.
At all.
All right, it ain't always been a smooth road. And so with I don't want to just say a relationship, because I believe that the relationship is like a prerequisite, you know, to get into a marriage. You know what I'm saying? But before we actually get into, you know, some of the things that a lot of people are afraid of, definitely want to touch base on, you know what I'm saying, what made you give your boy a chance? Yes.
Do we really want to go there?
The people want to know.
Do we really want to go there?
Hey, real talk. Let me make this real short for y'all. She always wanted me. I was just like, back up. That's not the truth.
See there, that's why I didn't want to go there with you, because I already knew the lies were coming.
Now, see, no, but for real though, man, you know what made you give me a chance? You know, after all them times you said no to me.
After a whole year of telling you no,
you ain't even much have to put a time frame on.
I mean, you wanted to go there though.
No, but we didn't have to be detailed.
But you wanted to go there.
What made you give me a chance?
So, I think number one, it was the fact that you made me laugh. You made me laugh. That's
okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, because you were very consistent.
All right.
Every single day.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
Every single day. You were in my phone.
I wasn't going through your phone.
You was calling my phone.
That's what you mean.
Texting my phone. You was showing up at my house. You was showing up at my job.
Because me and your dad was on cool, And then, you know what I'm saying, your family and stuff, your sister and everybody was working at your job. Don't make me look like.
Look. You heard that, Kay? Look.
But absolutely, but that actually, the way you put it, it sounds creepy. Like, so does. Why would you want to give me a chance? You're weird. You're the freaking weird one. That's what made you so. But what I heard, all jokes to the side, I heard someone that makes you happy and someone that was consistent in your life. Why is that important to you?
Just growing up, I always knew that, number one, in a relationship, I wanted to laugh. I wanted to be able to have a good time with whoever I was going to be with. And I wanted to know that they were reliable, that they were consistent in their actions, in their care, and their love. Because watching my parents, or watching my grandparents especially, my mom's parents, their relationship, I idolized it. They were happy. They laughed together. If they argued, you never know.
Woo.
My grandfather was consistent with the way he greeted my grandmother. And the way my grandmother treated my grandfather was consistent, always with love. Man,
I wish I met your granddad, man.
I wish you did too.
But I know your grandma, boy.
My mom.
My mom, boy, she's sweet. She's sweet.
She was sweet.
I do anything for that lady, man. Yeah. But okay. So basically, those things that you experienced with your own eyes is what made you say, hey, listen, this is what I had to have in my life.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know what's crazy about her experience is completely different from my experience, because the way I grew up, you know, first of all, my parents, they were married for 34 years. But so I actually saw a marriage that lasts. That's number one. But also number two, what it taught me was it ain't always going to be good times. And so I actually saw hardships in my parents' marriage. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how hard it was for them, what I also saw was them stick through it.
Right.
I saw them fight through it or whatever. And so I saw them argue often. I was like, nah, man, I'm not going to argue like them. I'm an arguer. I ain't going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't even smile like that on live.
You say that one more time.
You better. We live. Anyways, I'm an arguer, but like I didn't want to argue like them. I didn't want to fight like them, you know, and I wanted to be sure that I was able to put that to a minimum. And so when I ran into you or whatever, I was like, yo, she is so sweet. She is just so amazing, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I love my mom to death, man, but my mom's savage. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't want no rough woman like this. This lady crazy. I love my mom to death, dog. But man, I was just saying to myself, you know, man, I really admired, you know, how sweet you were and the leadership that you carried. And by me looking at it, I was like, you know what? I actually want to pursue something serious. You know what I'm saying? So it's really nice. And I don't know if y'all really peeped that. She really gave from a woman's perspective, guys, fellas. She really gave from a woman's perspective what's important. I ain't going to say to all women, but to some women. Some women are really looking for someone that they can rely on. Yeah. Some women are really looking for someone that's consistent. And when we take a look at, you know, consistency, one of the things that I learned in my life is that when it comes to a certain type of currency, I know don't get lost on the verbiage, but a certain type of currency that will always buy the attention of a woman, and that currency is not money. That currency is time. Always consider how you spend your time. And a lot of women are looking for a young man or a gentleman that's going to make time for them.
Absolutely.
You know, and they're looking for, and they want to feel valued. So if, and ladies, you know, if a guy is spending time with you, peep game. After he spent time with you and he break that back in, you know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
After he does that, you know what I'm saying? Like, is he still consistent? Is he still hitting your phone up? Is he still sending you good morning texts. You know, like, I'm thinking about you.
Is he showing up to your house before you even wake up to jump?
That is
Like,
creepy. Who would do something like
You?
that? Yeah, baby, no, don't. I wasn't expecting all this. All right. So that being said, because you want to be creepy, we're gonna move on.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna move on. Now, I'm gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, how I know you were the one. I've given the story in previous podcasts as to, you know, our first date or whatever the case may be. But one of the things I wanted to ask you is, you know, we had got together. It was January 21st. And it was not even a whole month before Valentine's Day. And like right after January 21st, I took you on a date the following weekend. So, you know, your boy rolls up. He pulls, hey, listen, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm 16. I bought my own car. That's all I got to say about that. Anyways, I went and I scooped you up in the Chevy Malibu.
Mr. Malibu.
You know what I'm saying? O'Malley. You know what I'm saying? And so I came in, I picked you up, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then I took you to McDonald's.
You did.
You know, so like when I did that, when I pulled up on our first date, I never asked you, like, what were your thoughts at that moment?
Honestly, I didn't care. I had no... At the time, McDonald's was my spot anyway, so I didn't really...
I wasn't expecting that.
I didn't really care.
You didn't really care? Okay. You see, this whole time in my whole life, I was thinking something deeper than that. I was thinking she was just like, I just want to spend time with him. And now all I get to hear is that you didn't care.
McDonald's was my joint. You hear me? Okay?
After all these years, I've been bamboozled. I've been swindled. You have tricked me.
You should have asked me that question a long time ago.
No, absolutely, man. And you know, you had leaned forward. You squinted a little bit. Not that you needed to. Or maybe I'm embellishing, but I don't care. But she did lean forward, and she was like, let me get a number. Skirt. I hadn't drove off. You know what I'm saying? And you was like, where are we going? And that's when I took you to TGI.
Yeah.
Right? And so I want to fast forward to that. I want to fast forward. Now we at Valentine's Day, and this is why I want to kind of park. All right? So tell me what you remember about our first Valentine's Day.
So I remember the actual day, the day of Valentine's.
Yeah,
okay,
the day.
So not leading up to that. Okay. So I do remember that you came to my house, and I gave you your bag, which had a Dickie outfit in there.
Hold on. Y'all don't understand that I was about that life. And so when she pulled out the Dickie fit, y'all don't know about the Dickie fit. All right, go ahead.
It had the Dickie fit in there. I had some homemade brownies.
Woo! I got to pause right there, dog.
You gonna keep interrupting me.
I'm sorry, bro. She made me brownies, bro. Dog, we were 16 and she baked your boy brownie.
Without the peanuts, because you ain't like peanuts at that time.
Oh, man, but we'll talk about maturity later. We'll talk about maturity later. Go ahead.
All right, so the brownies, it had a teddy bear in there. Capria. That's what we call the bear.
That's too much details.
Capria.
Keep going.
And it had a card. I think that was it, right?
And it had a card.
Yeah, I think that was it.
All right, and it had a card. Now, what else you remember about that Valentine's Day?
You gave me a card. a printed card from, I think you made it yourself.
Absolutely, I made it myself. Yo, she bought me all this stuff, bro. We weren't even together for 30 days, bro. And she freaking bought me all this stuff, right? And so I promise y'all, this story means something. This story, there's a purpose to this story. And so when she bought me all this stuff, and all I rolled up with was a card that I made. Like, I didn't even buy this card. Like, I made this card. And I'm pretty sure that at that time I lied to her and told her that I wrote that poem when I know that
You did.
I know 100%. I'm positive that I probably just like plagiarized it off of Google or something like that. And I was like, yo, these are my words. Your boy deep, you know? But I brought that story up, and thank you for sharing. And because when she bought me all that stuff, and it hadn't even been a whole month yet, bro, it made me feel like crap. And the reason why it made me feel like crap, because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, she's showing me off the rip what type of young lady she is. You know what I'm saying? And let me really hit the nail on the head. When I was apologizing, like, yo, man, I'm so sorry, man. I just got you a card. The whole time, she was just like, baby, it's okay. Baby, it's okay. You don't got to worry about it.
Just like that.
Yeah, that's how you sound to me. Baby, it's okay. You ain't got. And I was like, nah, man, I should have bought you. You was like, baby, it's okay. You ain't got to worry about it. And so this whole time, I'm feeling like crap. I am expecting for her to be like, nigga, this all you got me? Nigga, you should have. I bought you a Dickie Fit. I made you some brownies, nigga. But she ain't do none of that. She was just like, it's okay. You ain't got to worry about it. This is our day. This is Valentine's Day, whatever the case. Let's just enjoy the day. So the whole time, like, baby, you right. But deep down on the inside, I felt like trash. Now, let me tell y'all why this is important. The reason why this is important is simply because when she did all those things for me, it made me obligate myself that I need to do more for her. All right? Now, this is an opportunity for her to observe what kind of dude I am. All right? So that the way I was making her feel prior to her saying yes, being my girlfriend, these actions right here is confirming that she made a good choice at that moment. But just because that moment proves that she made a good choice, that doesn't mean that everything that follows after it still confirms that that is a good choice.
Right. So
that being said, there are some young ladies that's doing some great things for some guys. And just like that guy ain't doing much for you, right? And that's okay if he ain't do it in that moment. But what happens afterwards? Right. If he consistently is producing that same action and he's not obligating himself to do more for you because you show him how much he's worth to you, but yet he's still making these homemade cards. He's still giving you the bare minimum. He ain't doing none of this stuff. How can you say that this is going to be a guy that you're going to spend a forever with? You get what I'm saying? So
I get it, but I do want to say there's nothing wrong with the homemade cards. It can be sweet. Just don't be plagiarizing and stuff like this guy.
You a hater, man. I think I wrote it.
You did not write it.
All right, maybe. But I kind of, anyways, man, I don't want to get distracted because we're not going to argue in front of all these people. All right. But what I'm saying is immediately afterwards, because I felt like crap, what I started doing, babe?
You started showing up. You was buying me things. You was taking me places, even though I told you not to.
Now, even though she told me not to, I was still going buy her clothes. I was still going take her to different restaurants or whatever the case may be. Now, even though she told me not to, now she's already shown me that, number one, she was down, that we can go to McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, and she going to be with me. Number two, when I didn't bring her anything or whatever, she showed me that, for me, this is how I interpreted the situation. She got my back if I didn't have it together. So then I wanted to let her know, listen, I am the guy that she thinks I am. I want her to know that, I am a provider. I am these things. And what's important is I didn't give her that immediately. And when I didn't give her that immediately, she didn't beat me up about it. She actually was just like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We're together. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to console or comfort your man in those moments. But also when you do that, I just encourage you to watch him. Yeah. Watch him and see what he's doing. Now some dudes, they actually start like leaning on a woman. And then a woman starts continuing to produce these actions. Mm-hmm. And then these women are now taking care of this guy, and they catch this too late because love was blind at the beginning. But you know what I'm saying? 8 months and butterflies is gone.
Then they gone, and now you upset. And now your man ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you said. But you created that monster because you weren't even observing what he was doing at that time. You know what I'm saying? And so one of the things that I want to say is we were able to observe each other's actions. We were able to. She had some things that she wanted to confirm about me. I had some things that I wanted to confirm about her. And as we continue to observe each other, we continue to confirm this is who I want to be. This is who I want to be with. I can't read that. So have there ever been rocky moments in y'all relationship?
Yeah, it was last week.
It was yesterday.
It was every day. Man, we'll laugh and we'll be done, had a good time, and then listen, man. It gets crazy. It gets crazy. But this is the thing though. This is the thing. This is why marriage is so important. And you can jump in at any time because I'm doing a lot of talking.
Well, that's what you do, though.
God dog. Anyways, marriage is marriage is full of ups and downs, y'all. All right. And as anything in life, I said to my wife earlier this week, I've never met one person who never had a bad day for a year straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you're single, whether you're with somebody, it's impossible. Life is full of ups and downs.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, how are you going to deal with it? And what I came to grips and what I came to understand and the decision that I made is, I don't care how much she pissed me off, I'm going to love it.
Love it?
I'm going to love it. All right? Now, the reason I might not like it, but I'm going to love it. I'm going to be like, come here. Come here, man. I'm so sick of you. But it happens like that, y'all. It happens like that. But before we get into details of, the bad times, because I really want to mark that, all right? I want to also talk about some of the the upside of being married, because a lot of people don't hear a lot of good things about marriage, and there's a lot of great things about marriage, and a lot of people want to hone in on the bad things. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of good things that I love about my marriage, and I love this woman to death, even though, I make a lot of jokes, even though that, I say a lot of things that sideways or whatever the case may be. But I love my marriage. Everybody knows who my wife is. But before I say all the things, I'm going to put you on the spot. What's some of the things you love about our marriage? And you better say something or it's over. I'm just joking. Golly, you be doing me dirty in public?
All right, so for real though, I think one of the biggest things for me in our marriage is the fact that what we created together, and the fact that regardless of what it was we went through, especially in the early stages, considering that we got married at 21, like I was still in college, and we fought together through those things. So even in the times of, my personal, like my family life, you were there, and we fought through that together, because a lot of things that I could have taken and I did take it out on you in our marriage, you didn't leave. You didn't walk away. And we fought through that together, and it's nice to have someone to fight through things with.
Facts.
To know that they're going to have your back, you got theirs. And regardless of whichever way the situation goes, you're there.
Facts. I like the fact that you said create memories, or just creating. Man, the culture that we created, man, together. I'm telling you, man, from the love that we show each other, man, I'm super excited about how we raise our children.
Our kids are dope.
So my kids are amazing, bro.
Like I don't need no one else to tell me that, to confirm this. I know our kids are dope. And
we came together, man, with a grand plan. We came and we made it. We created it together. And everybody think that there is a manual and how, raising kids is, or whatever the case may be. Man, we looked at each other and say, we made these kids. We gonna raise these kids.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So we didn't care what other people said. We did what we wanted to do, and we had our own idea of how to raise kids, and boom. But outside of that, that concept just don't stop with raising our kids. A lot of people had their opinions about how our relationship should be too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so even though they had a lot of opinions, what we realized is that the people that told us not to get married, or the people that said we shouldn't even be together, they're asking us questions now as to how y'all even together this long. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, I'm not going to say there isn't a specific advice that anybody can give you when it comes to your relationship. There has to be a mutual understanding between you and your significant other.
I agree with that.
As to how it's going to work for y'all. That's just the bottom line. You can't say, okay, this is the set way and this is how it's going to go because this is what I did. Absolutely not. You have to sit down and say, hey, listen, communicate. How do you like things to be done? Or sometimes that's not even discussed. Mm-hmm. Observation. observe how certain people
Yes.
act in certain situations. You get what I'm saying? Now, real talk, I'm an observer. She doesn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I know when something's wrong. She could tilt her head to the right real quick. You know what I'm saying? She can scrunch up her face or whatever. Just her shoulder could just lean like this. It don't matter. I could be like, baby, what's wrong? Nothing. The thing is, when she say nothing, I know for a fact that means she don't want to talk about it.
Well, wait now, because you're telling me that you know when something's wrong with me. So what you're really telling me is that when you don't ask me what's wrong with me, you're ignoring the fact that something's wrong with me.
Woo! Let's get deep. I'm glad you deep right now. I'm glad you deep right now because the answer is yes to all of that.
Oh.
The reason being is because when I tried to say, baby, what's wrong? You know what I'm going to get? You know what I'm going to get?
What?
Nothing.
Uh-huh. And if you do, then what you supposed to do?
Watch TV.
No.
Because this is the thing. I want to talk about it. Nah. But see, what we're doing right now, I want y'all to observe this. Because even though I know when something is wrong, my outlook on it is I want to talk about it. Her outlook on it is she doesn't want to talk about it. But because I know what's wrong, she knows that I know what to do. She wants me to just sit there and she wants me to be with her. She wants me to hang out with her. She don't want most times she don't want solutions. Most times she doesn't want she doesn't want to get advice. All she wants me to do is be there.
That's it. You ain't got to talk. You don't got to try to fix the situation, the problem. Just be there.
Now, don't get lost in the storyline because the point I'm saying is there gets to a point where you know your significant other and there's just times that you just get selfish. And I get selfish sometimes. And in getting selfish, I do understand that I want to solve her problem because I'm a man and I solve problems. That's just the bottom line. And what happened?
This question.
Read it. I can't see it.
When are y'all going to put music out together?
Who is this?
Spanky.
Oh, man. Get out of here, man. Listen, man. When you produce it, how about that, brother?
That part. You producing?
How about that? So listen, man. It just gets to a point where I just get selfish and I want to solve the problem. But at the same token, I know that she doesn't want to solve the problem. So I'm trying to fix the situation the way I want to fix it. And she has a specific way that she wants the situation to be fixed. And so here it is that I'm fighting against what she wants and she's fighting against what I want. And that's where hard times come. Believe it or not, this could be petty, but it actually builds up. And now everything starts getting frustrating.
Yeah, everything becomes an issue.
Everything becomes an issue. Now, the question is, how do you fight through that? How do you fight through it? Yeah, on the spot right now. How do you fight through it?
You want to give them the number to call in first, and then we talk about that?
Yes. That's what she does to me, you guys. She's very mean to me. All right. But listen, man, I know we're doing a lot of speaking or whatever, but man, we want to hear your thoughts. And if you have any questions, make sure that you call 786-383-2219.
Just like that?
That's 786-383-2219. That was for my boy Riv. Yeah. And you could also put in the comments that I do that part better than him. But anyways, and also if you have any questions, real talk, if you have any questions, be sure you put it in the comment section. That's number one. Also number two, make sure you share this. Subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at LightWork_podcast. Yeah, share this. Anyways, I lost my train of thought because someone asked, I do music too. Oh, no, they erased it.
Yeah, they removed it.
But anyways, man, what I was saying was I forgot.
So
all I know is how do you deal with?
There you go. So I believe that it has to come down to a compromise at the end of the day. How I feel is, if I'm the one with the issue, how about we handle my issue how I like to handle my issue?
Ooh.
If you're the one with the issue, we handle your issue the way you like to handle the issue. And if it's a joint issue, we meet right in the middle.
Dang.
But see, somebody don't like that all the time.
So we gonna have counseling in front of all these people?
You asked the question.
Goodness gracious. That was a great idea.
I know.
Well, how about you suggest it when we in the middle of the problem? Anyways, I had a comment on how to do that, but real talk, that was perfect. That was perfect, baby.
Thanks.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your eyes was glistening when you, yeah.
Not today.
I don't care nothing about that.
Today. Not today.
Yeah. Anyways, so that being said, as you can see, we can have problems, but it's the chemistry. It's the chemistry. We'll work it out. We'll be mad. We'll be good. We'll be mad, and then we'll be good again. But that's the joy of being in a relationship. I don't care what nobody say, man. We know that we have each other's back, regardless.
And I think it's really important to note, and I think a lot of people said it before, but even if you're going through an issue together in your house, no one else needs to know about that.
Talk about that, baby.
Because that's what deepens the issue. I mean, we can have a full-on argument in the car going to an event. We walk in that building like we the best of friends.
You better say that twice.
Ain't nobody gonna know I just told him to get out. Ain't nobody gonna know I told him to sleep on the couch. Because that ain't no one else's issue. Our kids don't even know when we argue.
That's real. No, you getting some real talk now. Keep going. I ain't know we was getting this real.
They don't even know when we arguing because it's not their concern. It's not their concern. And like I said, that just deepens the problem because now I got Nene and whoever else talking about what I told them yesterday about you and why I'm being nice to you and cooking you dinner today because you don't deserve it. And now in my head, I'm like, yeah, this nigga don't deserve it. He don't deserve this good meal. He don't deserve no home cooked food. He can go to McDonald's down the street. That's what starts to happen in the head.
Absolutely. Not just with friends, but this also happens with family.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people, they get upset and they start telling their family members about what's going on in their household. Yep. And then the very next day they make up. They make up with their husband. They make up with their wife. They make up with their girlfriend. Yep. They make up with their boyfriend. And then out of nowhere, you know, they get back around and their family member is mistreating that other person.
Yep. And now y'all can't even go to Thanksgiving dinner together no more.
Because you tainted that person's reputation in that environment. They no longer see you as the person they once saw you. You are now the deadbeat person.
Now you're the enemy.
You're the enemy.
And now they daughter shouldn't be with you. They son shouldn't be with you.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Stop sharing your business.
Yes.
All right? Because it's your business. And at the end of the day, I'm going to tell y'all right now, that business is supposed to be worked out by y'all two. By y'all two. But the thing is, this is the most important part. Y'all got to be willing.
Yeah.
I know that I love her more than I dislike her. Y'all might not get that right now, but when y'all think about it, there are moments where I'm just like, I can't stand this girl, man. But at the end of the day, I know I love her way more than I dislike her. Now don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? There's some it's almost all the time, man. You're always mad at me.
Hold up.
You're always mad at me.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's not even how that goes.
So I can't play the victim?
No, you can't.
All right.
9 times out of 10, you're the one with the issue.
All right.
You got a problem with something I did do or didn't do.
There's only 2 options.
You ain't come sit by me and talk to me.
God, we can't get that petty on mic.
You ain't come lean on my shoulder today. And so now you upset.
Dang, man. So maybe I had a tough day at work and everybody was bothering me and I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I want to feel special from my wife. Anyways, I don't need this. Nah, man.
I thought you were about to go there.
Nah, man.
Oh, okay.
But you're right. But that's all a part. That's all a part of a marriage, you know. And you touch base on keeping people out your business. But I want to touch base on something that's great, and that's building together. I love how we build together. We work together. Yes. There was this one time, man. So my wife has been a homemaker. I want to say probably, if we were to give a percentage, would you say 90, 95?
90.
She's been a home out of 10 years of being married. She's been like 90%. And there was a time where she had got a job, and she was making decent money. She was making decent money, you know? And she had broke it down to me one time. And she was like, yo, this is how much daycare costs. And this is how much I'm making. After we pay daycare, I'm working for free.
And that was real life.
Now, the reason why I brought that to your attention is because I realize how selfish a lot of people is. They want to have what they call their own money. Mm-hmm. And I can understand if there was no children involved, if there was no other obligations involved, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they can use that money, they could build together and they can create whatever future or vision that they have at the same time. But our situation was different. And because our situation was different, it called for us to do different things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a side note. Everybody's situation ain't the same. So everybody can't get the same advice that everyone else is giving because everybody's situation is not the same. So going back into the story, what worked for us as far as building, we found out that we could make it in life and we could save more money in the event that by her going back, staying home. You get what I'm saying? It's not always about two people that has two different incomes. It's about working together. You get what I'm saying? So I found out that, well, you remember when we first got married, I had no expectation of you cooking at all.
At all.
You know, in my mind, I ain't gonna lie, I was like this generation right now. I was just like, man, I don't care, baby. I just love you. I thought we were gonna eat out every single night. And then I found out that, you know, my girl got grandma skills. She could cook.
You gotta stop calling it that.
Nah, man, listen, because what young lady our age, you know what I'm saying? Out of all I'm sorry if I'm throwing shade, but I don't know how many young ladies our age and younger that can cook like that. That could bake like that. You know what I'm saying? And if you could cook like that, you can bake like that. I don't want to, don't put in the comments, you know, not all women, but if that's you, you know I'm talking about you. You know you can't cook. They tired of spaghetti. They sick of it. Hamburger helper ain't cutting it. They all sick of it. All the dudes that you dated, they sick of it.
All of them? There might be one that like hamburger helper. Every night.
Then you're going to tell me that there is one of the guys that she made noodles for and he put Vienna sausages in it.
He probably did. And enjoyed it.
But my wife, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know she was throwing down like that. But at the same time, I start realizing something. A lot of women are saying, I ain't cooking all these dinners for him or whatever. Yo, when she wasn't physically making money, guess what she was doing? Saving money. People ain't thinking out here. You know what I'm saying? Instead of eating out every single day, we buying groceries. We got a Sam's Club card. So she was being economical in our relationship. All right. So a lot of people are looking at the work ethic behind it, but they don't see that money is being saved.
Yeah.
So as I'm making the money, you're saving the money. Don't that sound like a team?
I did it.
That a team? If y'all ain't working together in y'all relationship and it's only about sex, yeah, you're not gonna last. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. If it's only about sex. I mean, if y'all know some relationships right now that that's successful and it's only about sex, please let me know. Because I don't know. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, honestly. No, I haven't.
I haven't seen it. And so that being said, you know what I'm saying? It has to be more than that. A relationship is about growing together. It's about building together. And I'm happy to say that, you know, I'm blessed because I found someone who I can do that with. And that's why I talk about my wife all the time. That's why I talk about because I know a lot of times where I get really, although I get frustrated, I know for a fact that we work well together.
So let me ask you a question, though. Do you think that your faith has more to do with the fact that we've stuck it out this long? Like, if you were just doing your thing in the street, you didn't, you proclaim God, do you think we would have lasted this long?
If I ain't love the Lord like that?
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't think you was going to bring that in here.
I just wanted to know.
That plays a huge part. Because outside of, dang, I didn't think you was going to ask that. Outside of how good you are, there are a lot of things that, let me keep it real. Nah, I don't think we would have lasted that long.
That's all I was looking.
I don't think we would have lasted that long, because it's my faith that has taught me certain standards, and those certain standards have taught me that it will give me the outcomes that I desire. And because I want to have a successful life, I do understand, and my faith has taught me that it takes patience. It takes long suffering. It really takes all these things. And if I just hold on, that the outcome that I desire is coming. You know what I'm saying? And so we live in a society right now where a lot of people just give up real quick. They give up real quick. We live in a microwave society. They want everything instant gratification. They want it right now. You know what I'm saying? I know some people who have 5 jobs in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And if you cheating on your jobs like that, what you
Really?
Nah, I ain't gonna say cheating, but listen, man, there is no commitment at all. And so that's what my faith has actually taught me, that there is. So no, we wouldn't have lasted this long, babe. No, we wouldn't have lasted this long. What about you?
No, we wouldn't have.
Godly, man.
We wouldn't have.
So look, don't think just because we've been together, we all saying, we've been together for 10 years. Don't think that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, 16, y'all been together.
It's always that, that's goals. And okay.
You don't want these goals? These goals tough. These goals hard. We have to fight. But look, a relationship is about becoming.
I like that.
Becoming. All right? We've come a long way. And don't get it twisted. She can finish my sentences, and I can finish hers. We think the same thoughts all the time. All the time. But we still are becoming. It's a process. I don't care how long anybody has ever been together. They are still becoming.
Absolutely, because I am nowhere near the person I was when I was 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Not even when I was 21. And, that's something that we've discussed, that from the time we first got together to the time we got married, I became a completely different person. But that's because of life experiences.
That's real.
And like I said earlier, some of those things took a lot longer to work through or to get through. And although I didn't become who I was before,
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely not as bad as I was.
Absolutely, man. And that's our story. That's our story. In fact, that's life. Life makes progress. Life moves forward. Life doesn't go backwards, and as long as we are growing together. See, the thing is, from when I was 16 to now, I was crazy when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have no sense. Everything in life was a joke. But if you measure when you met me when 16, 18, 19, and now I'm 31, I'm going to tell you right now, you be like, yo, Omar, why are you like so deep all the time? Why are you always talking about something you read, or you always talking about, that was never my story. But now I'm someone that, so yes, we've both made progress. Don't look at me like that.
I'm just saying, because you made a point, like who you are now and your topic of conversation now is nothing like it was before.
Nah, absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. We got somebody 20 years with mine since high school.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Hey, there it is.
That's
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? These are the stories that I believe this society needs. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't, roses. I know you like to think.
Don't you start.
That you don't stink. But lean a little bit closer. Nah, but seriously though, man. Everybody wants to make these stories like glorify, you know what I'm saying? From 16 to now, oh my God, I wish I had my high school sweetheart. Yo, we been through the mud, man. We been through the mud. But guess what? We didn't come out dirty. Dang, I thought you was gonna give me some pound on that.
I really wanted to, but I ain't.
But dang, that was deep, man. Whatever.
But it wasn't that deep. That's why I couldn't.
See. Anyways, man, listen. Real talk. If you have any questions, man, you have any concerns, man, listen. Just call in, dial in. The number is 786-383-2219. That's 786-383-2219.
Thanks, Spanky.
And
He
if
says y'all been my fave couple since I met y'all.
Man, I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that. Hey, listen, man, and if there's anybody that want to share their success story, man, please dial in, because there are some people that's out here that's listening to this right now that really need some motivation, that really want to give up. You know what I'm saying? There were some people that was growing up that was like, yo, I can't wait to get married, and now they in their early 40s and they're just like, I don't want to get married. It's a scam. You know what I'm saying?
Like that?
Yeah, that's how they said it. It's a scam out here. That wasn't when you was younger. You know you wanted to get married. You know you wanted some children, but because you got hurt and because you ain't think relationships work anymore, you changed your mind. You was like, I don't need this anymore. Nah, man, it's possible. You just got to work at it. That's just the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, dial in, man. If you have any success stories, because there are some people out here that really need to hear it. Once again, it's 786-383-2219. Really wasn't expecting that. I was like, yo, where did that come from? But anyways, man, and the last little bit of the session that I wanted to share, fellas, I want y'all to listen to this real good. I believe I was saving this one for last. All right. Some of the things that really bothers me in my relationship, I created it. And I want to talk to y'all about that. You know what I'm saying? When I first got with my wife, man, when she was my girlfriend, I'm going to tell y'all, man, she never raised her voice. She didn't speak loud. She didn't speak aggressive.
I talk like this.
All the time.
This is my tone.
But because I was raised a savage, you know what I'm saying? I was always talking like this. Hey, man, why you pick that up, man? Like, so I was always lifting my voice, and she'd be like, and we'll have serious conversations, and my tone would raise. And she was like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me like that. You don't have, please, it makes me. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, man. This is just how I talk. So I would consistently talk like that. Now, you got to understand, this happened for like a year and a half. Then, you know, after we graduated high school, we started going into college. Now, that's some different types of stories. You know what I'm saying? However, just know that I lost her trust. Just know that whatever. All right? So now, this is life that's happening to her. So besides how I spoke to her, besides mistakes that I've made in my past, now you got to understand that when we get back together, this ain't the same woman. This ain't the same girl that I was just dating. She's a completely different person, right? But I thought that was the end. Messed up again. Now, when I start messing up even more, she started to change on your boy. She started to change on your boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that was, but yeah, that one. That's the one right there. She started to change on your boy. And then, you know what I'm saying, by the time where I was just like, you know what, man, I'm ready. I'm tired of messing up. I really want to do better or whatever the case may be. That's when, you know, got my knee dirty. You know what I'm saying? Proposed to her, whatever. First of all, I'm trying to fast forward. Don't give any more details. I'm just trying to fast forward. Stop being mean. All right? Now, at this moment, there's a complete transformation. And now the way I spoke to her mixed with, just think about this like Kool-Aid. The way I spoke to her, the experience I just gave her, and what she was experiencing personally in her lives have concocted to be a different person. And now I had to earn her trust. And now I had to, man, listen, I'm the yes man now because I really want her and I realized I made a mistake. So now everything, this is deep, everything that she was doing because I was trying to make up, I was reinforcing her behavior. I was letting her know that it's okay because I am trying to earn her trust. Now years pass by and I know that I done earned her trust. and I know that I done did everything that I'm supposed to do. And in my mind, I'm out the doghouse. And now I created this monster and she's still treating me like that. These were the problems come in. Why you talking to me like that? I'm the one that has blah, 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 blah. I'm the one that has. And so now my ego starts coming. And now the woman the monster that I created is now combating with me when it never could have been like that.
And you don't like it.
And I don't like it. But now I came to the understanding that I created that. Why am I telling y'all that? For them people that's in a relationship right now, y'all still get butterflies. Y'all know the butterflies I'm talking about that you will never get 10 years from now.
What? You can't even say that, though.
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? My wife be getting did up. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, that's me. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get butterflies sometimes. But not the butterflies that, you know, the butterflies.
Yeah, I know the butterflies.
You know what I'm saying? Them butterflies gone. Them the new butterflies. But listen, when that's gone, all right, all I'm saying is, I forgot what I was saying because you messed me up. What I was saying.
So
she be doing
so
that
you're going to blame me because you have a bad memory?
God, dog, man.
Is that what we're going to do?
What I was just saying.
I don't know.
Anyways, all I'm saying is to the guys is keep in mind that when it comes to what you're doing, you're in the beginning of your relationship. All I'm saying is be careful of what you do because the woman that you're getting at that moment might be the woman that you created. I'm speaking from my perspective because when a woman starts treating you differently, it's not because I'm not going to say 100%, but it's not because that's a choice that they chose. Maybe that was the woman you created.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, because I think when it comes to us, I think your biggest issue is not the fact of, because I don't raise my voice still, even when I get upset, unless I'm really upset. But I think your issue with me more so is the attitude I have behind what I say. And yes, I felt like I had to give that to you because, like you said, you wasn't hearing me before when you would yell at me or raise your voice at me. So I felt like if I give you a little spunk, maybe you learn to back up and calm down a little bit. So yes, but to the females, I will say, especially if you're older, if you're not 16 and you're like, just don't talk to me like that. No, like you really put your foot down. Like I ain't gonna take that. Do that from now, so that he doesn't have to change you. So that what he does doesn't cause you to change who you are. And I feel like me personally, if I could go back to when I was 16, when I was 17 years old, I would have told myself, it don't matter what he's doing, it don't matter what's going on in your personal life, stay you. Because I miss who I was. And like I said, I'm not.
Me too.
We're not talking about you right now. We're talking about me.
I miss you too.
So like I said, I miss me. I miss who I was. I miss the fact that I smiled more. I miss the fact that I laughed more, that I enjoyed life more. And so if I can go back to who I was then, I would say forget everything else that's going on around you because it's going to go away. It's going to pass. The years will pass. You'll get over it. You'll continue to live life and be you. Be happy. Don't allow no dude, especially when they're 16, 17, to change who you are, who you want to be.
I agree with that, yes. I just didn't like how you pointed at me.
And again, he's talking about him.
Oh, man. So, look, man, we had marriage talk. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that commented. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And so we're going to conclude it right here. But one of the things that I want to ask you is, what are some of your final what are some of your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Let's see. You're looking to get married or looking to be in a serious relationship? Start jotting down now those things that you want out of a relationship. Start thinking about those things now. Don't wait until you get into a relationship to try to figure it out. And then make sure that the person that you're with is lining up to meet some of those things you're looking for as a collective. Talk about those things as a collective so that you're not 10 years, 15 years in, and now y'all arguing because y'all can't figure out how you want to raise your kids. Or you can't figure out what kind of house y'all want in the future. Or you can't figure out how y'all want to handle your finances. So start figuring it out now. And know that marriage is cool with the right person.
With the right person. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Hey, listen, man. My final thoughts, to do life with somebody you love and somebody that got your back, in my opinion, is the best. We talked about the ups, we talked about the downs, but life has a lot of aspects. Life is dealing with finances. Life is dealing with parenting. Life is dealing with families. Life is dealing with friends. And there is no better person to enjoy all of that stuff with than to have somebody that got your back. So don't look down on marriage, man. And don't say that marriage is just a piece of paper. Because guess what happens? Money is just a piece of paper and you work for it every single day.
Every day.
So why not work for your marriage? Man, listen, man. My name is Omar, a.k.a. Preach.
This is Bree.
Hey, man, and that was Marriage Talk. Hope y'all have fun. Talk to you later.